Good day, everyone. Today we will have our new lesson. Okay, but before that, let us have a short prayer. Father in heaven, giver of life and all powerful, bless each and every one of us as we start our day. Bless us to make decisions for the betterment of everyone. Thank you for your generous and sharing love. Thank you for all the blessings that we have received every day in our lives. Shed us the light of your wisdom that we may discern the truth. Give us strength and knowledge that we may have the courage to rise up from our falls. And lift up our body, heart, and soul, wholehearted to you. May peace shine among us, and your love set us free. Teach us to recognize your presence in every person, and above all, these who suffer in physical pain. Accompany us, Almighty Father, so that we may become bearers of hope to one another as we journey towards you. We ask for the intercession of our Blessed Mother, especially in our ministry to others. When we are having our doubts in life, may your light shine brightly before us. Amen. Okay, so before we proceed, so let us have first a short review or recap of what we had the last meeting. Okay, last meeting, we discussed about personal pronouns and their functions. Okay, so let us answer this activity. Okay, you're going to identify the function of each underlined pronoun in the sentences. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so let us have number 1. The principal wants to see you. The underlined pronoun is you. So what is the function of the pronoun you in the sentence? Is it letter A, direct object? Letter B, object of the infinitive? Or letter C, indirect object? The correct answer is letter B, object of the infinitive. Okay, next, number 2. It is the answer to your prayers. The underlined pronoun in the sentence is it. So what is the function of the personal pronoun it in the sentence? Is it letter A, subject? Letter B, subjective complement? Or letter C, indirect object? Okay, the correct answer is letter A. So it is the subject of the sentence. Okay, next, number 3. We sent him postcard from Iloilo. The underlined word is him. So what is the function of the pronoun him in the sentence? Is it letter A, direct object? Letter B, indirect object? Or letter C, subjective complement? The correct answer is letter B, indirect object. Okay, last sentence. The girl I like is you. The underlined pronoun is you. So what is the function of the pronoun you in the sentence? Is it letter A, subject? Letter B, subjective complement? Or letter C, direct object? Okay, the correct answer is letter B, subjective complement. Okay, so I guess you already know about personal pronouns and their functions. Now, let us have our new lesson. But before that, let us have first a reader. Okay, are you fond of riddles, class? Okay, so I have here a riddle. You're going to guess the answer based on the given descriptions. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, let us start. First clue. So what am I? I can be found on a wall, but I am not paint. Okay, you can have your guess based on the given description. Okay, next clue, another clue. I can be found inside and outside the car, but I am not a light. Okay, do you already know the answer? Okay, I have here another clue. I can be found in a hairdresser's room, but I am not a pair of scissors. Okay, do you already know the answer? Or let us have another clue. I appear in a Sleeping Beauty, but I am not an apple. Last clue. I am made of glass. This is much true. But when you look, you won't see through. Reflect on this and you'll find a clue. Okay, do you know now the answer for our riddle? Okay, so based on the given descriptions, the answer for our riddle is mirror. Okay, so again, the answer for our riddle is mirror. Okay, so class, I have here a mirror. So the answer for our riddle is a mirror. What do you think is the function of a mirror? Okay, so you are right. So if you're going to look at a mirror, okay, you will see your reflections. Your reflection, or in other words, okay, it reflects back to you. So when you see yourself in a mirror. Okay, so our lesson for this day has something to do with the function of a mirror. Okay, so are you ready with our lesson for today? Okay, so our lesson is about reflexive pronouns. So what do you mean by reflexive pronouns? Reflexive pronouns are formed by adding self or selves to forms of personal pronouns. Okay, so here are examples of personal pronouns. Okay, so we have here the first person, second person, and in the third person. For the singular first person, we have myself. Singular second person is yourself. And for the third person singular, we have himself, herself, and itself. And for the first person plural, we have ourselves. And second person plural, yourselves. And third person plural, we have themselves. So a reflexive pronoun reflects back to the subject of a sentence or a clause, just like the mirror class. So when you see yourself in front of a mirror, so it reflects back to you. You see your reflection. So just like the mirror class, so a reflexive pronoun reflects back to the subject of the sentence or a clause. It is used as a direct object, indirect object, or it can be also used as a object of the preposition. Let us have the examples. Okay, so here are examples of reflexive pronouns which are used as direct objects. But before we proceed, what do we mean by direct object? So a direct object class is a noun or pronoun that receives the action or the receiver of the action. So it answers the questions who or what. So let us have the examples for you to understand it. Sentence number 1. Jojo hurt himself as he fell from the tree. So what is the reflexive pronoun in the sentence? Okay, correct. So we have himself. And himself in the sentence acts as the direct object. Why? Because it receives the action of the verb which is hurt. And it answers the question who. So Jojo hurt who? So we have himself. So it acts as direct object. Okay, and himself in the sentence reflects back to the subject of the sentence, which is Jojo. Okay, so we understand that. Another example. We saw ourselves as winners. So what is the reflexive pronoun in the sentence? We have ourselves. And it acts as what? Direct object. Why? Because it receives the action, which is the verb saw. And it answers the question who. We saw who. So we saw ourselves. So ourselves is a direct object. And the reflexive pronoun ourselves in the sentence reflects back or means the same as the subject of the sentence, which is we. Okay, do you understand that? Next, reflexive pronouns can be also used as indirect objects. So what do we mean by indirect objects? Indirect object class is a noun or pronoun that answers the questions to whom or for whom. Let's say, for example, he gives himself too much credit. So what is the reflexive pronoun in the sentence? We have himself. Okay, and it acts as what? Indirect object. Why? Because it answers the questions to whom or for whom. So to whom or for whom is the action done. So he gives what? Too much credit. To whom or for whom? Okay, we have himself. So it answers the questions to whom or for whom. Therefore, it is an indirect object. And the reflexive pronoun himself in the sentence, okay, reflects back or means the same as the subject of the sentence, which is he. Okay, you understand? Okay, next example. I bought myself a new car. So again, what is the reflexive pronoun in the sentence? We have myself. And it acts as what? Indirect object. Why? Because, okay, so it answers the questions to whom or for whom. I bought what? A car. To whom or for whom? Okay, we have myself. So, it acts as what? Indirect object because it answers the questions to whom or for whom. And myself in the sentence refers to the subject of the sentence, which is I. Okay, do you understand it? Okay, next. Reflexive pronouns can be also used as objects of prepositions. What do you mean by object of prepositions? Okay, so that is a noun or a pronoun that comes after a preposition. Okay, let us have the examples. I sometimes talk to myself. Okay, so what is a reflexive pronoun? We have myself. And it acts as what? The object of the preposition to. And myself in the sentence refers or reflects back to the subject, which is I. Okay, do you understand it? Next example. They were ashamed of themselves. So what is a reflexive pronoun in the sentence? We have themselves. And it acts as what? Object of the preposition of. Okay, and themselves in the sentence reflects back or it refers to the subject of the sentence, which is they. Okay, so do you understand it? Now let us have the activity. You're going to rewrite each sentence using the appropriate reflexive pronoun that should reflect the subject. Okay, are you ready? Number 1. My brother and I were determined to pay for my brother and I to attend college. So what is the correct sentence? So you're going to rewrite the sentence using the correct reflexive pronoun that reflects back to the subject of the sentence. Okay, so what is the correct answer? My brother and I were determined to pay for ourselves to attend college. Okay, so that's the correct answer. So ourselves in the sentence refers to the subject of the sentence, which is my brother and I. Okay, next. My mom bought a new dress for my mom. Okay, so how are you going to rewrite the sentence using the correct reflexive pronoun? Okay, so the correct answer is my mom bought a new dress for herself. Okay, so the reflexive pronoun that we use is herself that refers to the subject of the sentence, which is my mom. Okay, next sentence. The car was computerized and could drive the car. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer? The answer is the car was computerized and could drive itself. So the reflexive pronoun in the sentence itself refers to or reflects back to the subject of the sentence, which is the car. Okay, did you get it? Okay, another last fourth sentence. Emily surprised even Emily when she raised her hand to lead the project. Okay, so you're going to rewrite the sentence using the correct reflexive pronoun that reflects back to the subject of the sentence. So what is the correct answer? Emily surprised even herself when she raised her hand to lead the project. Okay, so herself in the sentence reflects back or refers to the subject of the sentence, which is Emily. Okay, and for the last sentence, Susan and Joanne bought tickets for Susan and Joanne to attend the play on Saturday. Okay, so rewrite the sentence. using the correct reflexive pronoun that reflects back to the subject of the sentence. So what is the correct answer? Okay, we have Susan and Joanne bought tickets for themselves to attend the play on Saturday. So the correct reflexive pronoun is themselves. Okay, that refers to Susan and Joanne. Okay. Okay, so do you understand now our lesson? So before we have our evaluation, so I have here some questions. So again, question number one. So what do you mean by reflexive pronoun? So what is a reflexive pronoun? Okay, correct. So a reflexive pronoun again is a pronoun that reflects back to the subject of a sentence or a clause. Okay. So we formed the form of a reflexive pronoun just by adding self or selves to the form of personal pronouns. Okay, question number 2. What are the different functions of reflexive pronouns? Okay, you're right. So, reflexive pronouns can be used as number 1, direct object, number 2, indirect object, and number 3, object of a preposition. Okay, and for the evaluation, you're going to write on the blanks with the correct reflexive pronouns. On the space provided, you're going to identify whether they are used as direct object, indirect object, or object of a preposition. Okay, you're going to pass your answers through Messenger. Okay, you can pass your answers on my Messenger. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, number 1, mother prides blank with her orchid collection. Number 2, I am giving blank 2 weeks to finish my paper. Number 3, he can protect blank from gossip friends by staying away from them. Okay, for number 4, we can't call blank patriots if we don't do anything to protect our freedom. Number 5, this battery recharges blank. For number 6, you are going to hurt blank with that knife. And number 7, the kids are studying by blank. And for number 8, give blank a round of applause. You all did a great job. Number 9, the cat hurt blank when it jumped off the fence. And for number 10, Jenna often finds blank going to the mall alone. Again, you're going to pass your answers on my Messenger. And for your assignment, please have an advanced reading about intensive pronouns. So what are intensive pronouns? And for number 2, differentiate a reflexive pronoun from intensive pronoun. Okay, so that's all for today. Good day, everyone, and keep safe and be healthy. Thank you.